Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the BT Whole Home Wi-Fi Discs Premium. Now I have a whole playlist about these sort of discs, about this and the regular white discs. So I got these off eBay for a very good deal. Didn't come with the original packaging. One of the discs is a bit damaged, but I got these for my nan's house. Now they do only get 60 megabytes per second internet, I think. So Wi-Fi 6 is a bit overkill, but with the price I got these for, I thought it was worth it, and it's quite future-proof. But in their house, it's more about getting the Wi-Fi range, as the walls are quite thick, so their speed would be fine with the regular TalkTalk router, but with the way their house is built, it just doesn't reach everywhere, and the router's right at the front of the house. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a little unboxing on these, which obviously isn't the same as if you got them from new. There will be timestamps in the description, so you can skip ahead if you like. But yeah, I'll be unboxing them, and then I'll show you how to reset them. So if you also get secondhand discs like me, you'll want to reset them before you try and do anything with them. So I'll show you how to do that, and then I'll show you a full walkthrough of setting these discs up. And then once that's done, just as a little added extra, I'm going to show you how to change the Wi-Fi name and password on it, as the ones they come with aren't great, and it's always nice to have your own password on it. That way you know what it is, and then you don't have to read off the card when you're signing new devices into the Wi-Fi. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and let's get into the unboxing. This box that they're in is not very good, but let's see how well they're packed. They've used shredded up cardboard. So one of these does have the stand broken, I do know about that. And it's the first one in there. It doesn't have the thing, but that's fine, because their current Wi-Fi is set up with a custom name and password, so I'll just carry that over onto these. So yeah, that's pretty good. More of this cardboard. And then we have another one. Now this one actually has the T scratched off. So what I think I might try and do is take the stand off of this one, which has the B off. Because basically the one without a stand, I'm going to hide somewhere. You won't see it. So then we'll just have one without a thing and without a stand, which is hidden somewhere. And the ones that are on show will look okay. And there's just another stand on there, so it's obviously not on one of them. And then here's the last one. They all are quite dirty. They look like they could do with a clean. There's something on them. So this one does have the slide out thing. Does that one have it? No, so these two don't have it. So, oh wait, no, this one has it. It's just the one with the missing stand. Oh no, just this one that doesn't. But that's fine, because you can just move it around on them. So these stands do literally just pull out the bottom. I think if you buy these brand new, you might have to put the stands in yourself. But yeah, this one, I'll take the thing out of it, is going to be hidden somewhere. Whereas the other two will be on show. So, yeah. And then the last thing in the box is the 3 power adapters. So obviously I've got to reset all 3 of these. So I've done these 2. Now this one's plugged in, it is working, but it will still have all the old owner's stuff on it, like settings. So literally get a pen or something like that, hold it in the factory reset button for about 10 seconds. Then when we release it, as you can see, that blue light has gone. And now you see it's coming back on. See, it's now flashing blue, and then it should stay blue. And that means it's reset and it's working again. So if you get these brand new, you get a quite nice flat Ethernet cable with them. I'm just using this one. So you get your router, you plug the Ethernet cable into it, then plug the other end into your disc, and then plug it into power. I've already got the power there. So you just want to do one first, wait for it to turn on. If it doesn't come on straight away, there is a button on the back. And then once that is on, we'll set the other ones up. Now, what I'd recommend doing is, while you wait for that, is to go on the App Store and download the BT Whole Home Wi-Fi app. It looks like this. So if you're interested in how this app works, I do have a full in-depth walkthrough of how to use the app. So yeah, go check that out. So once the disc has gone blue, you want to have a look at the Wi-Fi code on here, and then you want to connect your phone to it. As you can see, I'm now connected. So I don't mind showing this, as I will be changing it anyway. Keep this card for now, as you will need that password there. So say new whole home network detected. Say continue. Master disk is not continued. So now it's asking what pack we have. So say free disk pack. To turn on disk and wait, we've already done that, so that's fine. Then it's going to ask you for that admin password on there. So I've just entered that in. Now it says what you want to name disk, so I'm going to call it hallway, so that's where it is. And this one is now connected. So you can set what time it's going to update, so I'm going to set that to 3 in the morning. And you can forget your old network, which I'm not going to do, as basically this is replacing this little Tender Nova unit here. And we have a custom Wi-Fi name and password set up on that. So what I'm going to do is leave these as they are for now on their regular SSID. And then once they're all set up and I'm happy that they're working well, I'm going to change the Wi-Fi name and password to the same as that, and then unplug it. And then everything should just connect to these. So that's something you can do. You can, if you turn off the Wi-Fi on your old router, rename the Wi-Fi network and password on these discs the exact same as what your router had, then everything will just connect and you don't need to reconnect everything. It should just work for the most part. But we'll say next. And it's telling me to connect my other devices, which I'll say I won't do, as I shouldn't need to. Everything should just connect and work fine. So see, we've got 2 devices connected, my phone and then the watch. So now we're going to start adding the other discs. So just to be more realistic to how it's going to be set up. Now, a good thing to mention actually is having your Wi-Fi router higher is set up. So we'll have a better signal in around the house by having it on here than we would if they were sat on the floor. So obviously there's an extension lead in here and it pokes out the back. So once these are all set up, I'm going to put it where that one is and the cables come out the back. But for now, it's okay to sit there. So I'm going to take this one upstairs. It's going to be hidden. And now what I'm hoping is there's a bedroom above here, up there. There's a bedroom there. I'm going to put this one on the floor in that bedroom. I plan to put one there. They will just pick which one's better to use. And it will tell you when we set it up if it's a good location. So here is a location. It's going to sit in between this unit and the bed. So we'll plug that in here. And we're going to wait for it to turn on. You go to settings and then click add another disc. Plug in the disc. So it does tell you here, if you have some premium ones, they have to all be premium. You can't mix and match them. So say okay. Next, I'm going to hold the WUPS button on the back, well on the side more like, for it to find the other one. And see, now it's gone green, and then it should hopefully pick up the signal from the other one. So I'll click next on here and it says it's trying to detect the new disc. So it now says disc found. It's now gone, as you see, it's now gone blue, which means it should be working. So we'll just wait for the app. So it says it's synced successfully. So they do actually want you to do this next to your router, but yeah. So it wants me to power it off while we find a good location, but we have already found it. So I have just sort of plonked it there, because that's where it's going to live. It's hidden enough that it's fine. So for some reason it just says new disk, tap to configure, but it knows it's working well. So just call it bedroom. Success. So it's now working. And I haven't done a speed test off the main one, but we should be looking at around 50 megabits a second. Yeah, that's pretty good. For this anyway, this is not blazing fast internet, but this is the best internet they can actually get here, believe it or not. But yeah, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So I will actually show you now the speed when I'm next to the actual disc. And that's the fastest we get. So that shows that upstairs off that extended one, we are still getting the full speed. So let's set up the last disc, which is this one over here. I have this power cable plugged in here. Now this is not where the disc is going to go, but it made me unplug it anyway, so that's fine. We can leave that there. So we'll do the same thing again. Add another disc. Hold the WPS button. See, it's on green again. Again, it's detecting the new disc. So this one, it was taking ages. I refreshed the app. Now it just says new disc. So configure, call it. So now let's move it. So this is actually still telling me that I could try and move it further away, but it's fine, we'll leave it here. We're connected to that one. We'll try another speed test. So yeah, as you can see, we're doing really well on that actually. So this is the room that's always been the worst for signal. Not sure why, but now we're finally have good signal in here. There's no reason it shouldn't work because it has three to choose from. There's this one in here, but if that one stops working, the bedroom above has got one in, and then if for whatever reason that one doesn't work, there's obviously the main one in the hallway, which doesn't seem far, but for some reason the walls here are enough that the signal isn't very good. But that should work fine. So that's much better than it was before. So when we have a look at so if you go to settings, look at the network map, you can see on there that there's the hallway one, then the bedroom connects to that, and then this one connects to the bedroom. So if you're connected to this one, you're going through another, so this connects to the one upstairs and that one connects to the one down there, and we still get full speed. That's how good these things are. I'm going to change the Wi-Fi name and password on these discs to exactly the same as it was on these little Nova units. And then when I unplug that and this changes its Wi-Fi name, everything should just connect. So on your app, go to settings, change network details, and then see if I go on here, just type in, just name it test. So I've just set it up as a test one, and I'll do it properly afterwards. But it'll say applying your network settings. As you can see, I've disconnected as the Wi-Fi I was connected to no longer exists. So as you can see in other networks, I now have that test network show up. And it says on the app, network details changed. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.